league level a lot, in Major League Baseball especially, where some of those pitches that are coming so fast like that, those catchers are so good. This one is blooped to second, and it drops, which actually kind of works out in Omaha Gross's favor because at first, Tinley Watts had to hold standing at first to make sure that Goodwin didn't catch the ball in the air. So it actually worked out pretty well that time for Omaha Gross because Goodwin just kind of let it drop in front of her and was able to get the lead runner at second. So Watts is out at second. Hits reaches first on that fielder's choice, and that brings up Michaela Kenning at the plate. And this one gets through the legs of Hoffman at the backstop, and going to second, rounding second, is Hits, but she'll stay there. But as I was saying, Hoffman behind home plate is, before that one got past her, did a pretty good job of framing up some of those pitches that you see that a lot in the major league level, that they're outside and they do such a great job of catching them and bringing them back in. You start with your glove outside and bring it right back into the zone while you're catching it simultaneously, so it ends up in the strike zone. And pitches that come that fast like that can kind of, I don't know, fool the umpire is the right word, but that's kind of it's kind of the idea behind it, is to say, hey, look where it's at once I have it. 1-0 the count inside. I think she didn't want to swing on that. Kind of a half-check swing that time that actually ended up making contact down to her first base dugout. And the count 1-2 now with 2 gone and a runner at second. Check swing. She didn't want to go. She knew it was inside. She knew that was ball 2. And this one is down the third base line and foul. So Michaela just staying alive right now, trying to keep the inning alive for Wahoo. As you know, Omaha Gross is feeling pretty confident after the top of this half of the inning. 1-2 the count. This pitch outside. And the Wahoo crowd all kind of unanimously, all chants good eye. That was pretty awesome. It's like the dugout and the crowd kind of had the exact same mindset at the exact same time. Here we go. 2-2. Down the first base side. It stays in fair territory to Krieber, but it gets under her glove. And sliding home, good heads-up base running by Hits. She's safe on the E3. Looked like a routine play for Krieber. Couldn't grab it in the glove cleanly. And good base running by both Michaela Kenning, who hustled down the first base line to get there. And then rounding third without hesitation was Blake Hits, and she's home. And so Wahoo plates a run in the bottom half of the inning. 5-2 the score now with a runner on first and 2 outs. Bringing up the top of the order, Briar Hancock. She watches the ball go over her helmet, and getting to second safely is Kenning. Hancock had to literally duck out of the way from that one hitting her in the helmet. 1-0 the count. Runner in scoring position now here for Wahoo. The pitch blew it by her. I think Hancock was thinking breaking ball changeup throughout that swing. And Maggie Ernest blew it by her. Again, exact same pitch, and Briar Hancock couldn't catch up to it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second is Michaela Kenning. 1 across here on the error for Omaha Gross. Here's the pitch inside. Counts even at 2 again. How about this? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second in the bottom of the second inning. How about that? It's a game of 2s right now. This one back off the fence, off the end of the bat. And I didn't even mention Wahoo, 2 runs. Trailing 5-2. JV action. Been a lot of action here in just the first 2 innings already. Here's the 2-2 pitch again. It's right back to Ernest. This time she gets it over to first in time for out number 3. 1 walk, no hits, 1 run, 1 left on. And we head to the top of the third, and now it's Omaha Gross 5 and your Wahoo Warriors 2 JV softball action on Saunders County Online. We'll be right back.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs.
It's Wahoo Warriors softball right here on SaundersCountyOnline.com from Hackberry Park in Wahoo, Nebraska.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you. Sun shining in Hackberry Park. Great crowd, great weather. As JV action, 75 minutes of softball is the JV game. We'll take a little bit of a break and go to our varsity action. Our undefeated Warriors will take on the Cougars. Here in the JV action, we head to the top of the third inning, and Omaha Gross leads it over Wahoo right now. Score 5-2. And due to take on Avery Hansen of the Warriors will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Omaha Gross. Anna Simpson, the center fielder, she's doubled already, stands in there. Standing in the right-handed batter's box. And actually, it's not Avery Hansen in the circle anymore. It's actually now number 6, Karin Edie. So Edie has moved out to the circle, and her first pitch is a strike. So I'll look to see if Avery moved anywhere, as Edie was standing at first. So that'll be the first place I look. Here's the next pitch. Popped up. It looks like it'll stay in play, in foul territory, and the catcher Hancock makes the catch for out number 1. F2 in my score sheet. Something you don't get to write down a whole lot, but nice job by Hancock behind home plate to keep her eye on that one and get a big out number 1. Here's the next pitch. It gets a little bit low. We'll look to see if that is Avery Hansen over at first base. I think it is. I'll confirm that once I get a view of the back of her jersey. That pitch inside and nearly hit her. As it is Bryn Hoffman at the plate. She lined out to left field her first time up in the bottom of, or the top of the first inning, I should say. So 0 for 1. She's the catcher today for Omaha Gross. And this pitch drops low. 3-0 the count after being ahead the last batter, 0-1. 3 straight balls. The next pitch. This one just dropped a little bit low. She wasn't swinging no matter where that pitch was at. And takes a walk, so she's on for the first time tonight. And that brings up Grace Laney, who led off the top of the second inning with a walk and came around to score in that inning as well. There's a new pitcher right now out for Wahoo in Karin Edie. This one in the dirt. Losing it momentarily was Hancock, but she finds it and successfully holds Hoffman at first. high off the end of the bat and off the, oh my gosh, chain fence. I couldn't think of what word I was trying to say there. I almost said screen. That's what you might see at like a major league level, like the super thin screen net that they have. But here's the old school chain link fence, which
we're starting to see the screen a lot more places.
For camera and stuff that we're doing, we like chain link fences.
Yeah,
we really like them.
If we're going to mount on the fence, it's a lot easier. Yeah,
we like those fences. And strike 3 against Laney. She's out. Big first or second out there for Edie on the circle. Next batter, swung on and missed, is Mia Winkleman. She's 1 for 1 today with an RBI double, and she came around to score as well in that top of the second inning, in which Omaha Gross played 3 runs. She was one of the 3.
Strike 2. A little low outside.
I actually think I'm off by 1. This is Carly Chase. That's number 9 in there right now, right, Kelly?
Yes.
Yes. So I was off by 1 on my score sheet this whole time. So it was. And there's a big strike number 3. So good job by Carr and Edie coming in. I'm going to adjust my score sheet and do all kinds of crazy stuff. You're tuned in to Saunders County Online. The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to Hackberry Park as we have your Wahoo Warriors softball going on right now against Omaha Gross, as we are now headed to the bottom of the 3rd, 5-2, and Wahoo has its work cut out for itself.
So I'm looking at more subs here. Awesome McNorton, Kelly Johnson here with you on Saunders County Online. Thanks everyone for tuning in. As coming in to bat for Wahoo in this JV game, in place of Leah Simon, is number 18 for Wahoo. That's Brandy Sutton, the freshman, standing in. So this is her first at-bat of the game to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Omaha Gross leading 5-2 in a great pitch from Maggie Ernest, who's still out on the circle for Omaha Gross. That pitch had some movement on it, started inside and broke back across the center of the plate. 0-1. This is the first time, and this one blooped over the glove of Ernest, going to first and not in time. Nice job by Goodwin to back up her pitcher behind her and get it over to first in time for a 4-3 rather than a 1-3 in the score sheet. And that will bring up Avery Hansen, I believe, to the plate. It's still Avery. And here's the first pitch. Yep, it is Avery Hansen still in there. But that was the first time so far tonight that Wahoo did not give up any runs. He gave up 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Did not give up a run in the top half of this inning, so would like to try and bring that 3-run deficit a little bit closer here. Avery Hansen, she's 0 for 1 today. She reached on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the first inning and came around to score on Karin Edie's RBI triple. Here's the 2-1 count. Swung on and missed. Or no. 3-1. Sorry, I don't know what I was.
No swing on that one.
Yeah, 3-1.
It was high.
3-1 count. Love to get on in any way here. This one inside. She's able to make contact on it. Back off the screen.
Now the count's full.
A little bit more Warrior fans starting to fill in here now.
Getting ready for the varsity
Yep.
game coming up in about a half hour or so.
Exactly, yeah. Right on the money. You said half hour, right? When it was exactly on the half hour. And there's the strikeout. Third Warrior that Maggie Ernest has struck out here in this JV contest. And that brings up Karin Edie, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI triple in the bottom of the first, driving in one of the Warriors' 2 runs here in this JV contest. This pitch inside, and I don't know how it missed her. She just ducked out of the way at the absolute last second. And man, it was so close. The 1-0 pitch, low in the dirt. She swung on and missed. Parking lot pretty full today with 2 games. Bishop Neumann, the Cavaliers in contest down to the south of us here on that field. That's where Wahoo will be playing tomorrow. And this one grounded to short. Goodwin's there, over to first in time. 1, 2, 3 go the Warriors in order. No hits, no walks, no runs, nobody left on. We head to the top of the fourth. It's Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2. You're tuned in to Warrior Softball.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs.
It is Wahoo Warrior softball as they face off against Omaha Gross. The JV game going on right now. Varsity coming up soon right here on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
Here in the JV action, we head to the top of the fourth inning. Like I said, 75 minutes of JV action here before we get to the varsity play. Crowds from both teams starting to fill in a little bit more. As back out on the mound for Wahoo is Karin Edie. She came in to replace Avery Hansen after the end of the second inning, and she had 2 strikeouts in her 4 batters faced in that third inning, and now she'll face the top of the order here for the Cougars. The 1, 2, 3 hitters due up here, and that brings up Olivia Goodwin into the right-handed batter's box. And her first pitch against Edie is way inside, ball 1. Goodwin today is 1 for 2 with a single in the first inning and a pop out to shortstop in that second inning. Next pitch, same kind of location, this time swung on a miss. She tried to turn on it and take it out to left field, could not. Omaha Gross leading your Warriors here in the JV action 5-2. Now the varsity game will be pretty exciting. It should be a good contest, and an interesting contest to say the least, as the Warriors have had a little bit of a hiatus, I guess you could say. The last time Wahoo played an actual game against an opponent with a different jersey was August 19th. So it's been a bit. Due to the heat last week, it postponed 2 of their games. And then they had a tournament over the weekend that was also postponed due to some rain in the area that kind of flooded one of the fields they were supposed to play on. And it's a walk to lead off the 4th inning for the leadoff batter, Olivia Goodwin. 1 on, nobody out for Mia Goodwin now. She's 0 for 2 today. She reached on a fielder's choice in the first and came around to score in that inning. And she popped out to second base in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch, strike called. Good location that time from Edie in that top right corner of the zone. And swung on and missed. Strike 3 on 3 pitches. Mia Goodwin was kind of frustrated with herself, but that was a tremendous job by Edie in the circle that time. Had Goodwin guessing the entire time. And on 3 pitches, she goes down. Next pitch to Annabelle Krieber is high. Krieber is 2 for 2 today with an RBI double and an RBI single.
Nice swing and a miss.
1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Next pitch is down the first base side in the dirt and foul. And it is Hansen. So Hansen and Edie just swapped places at the end of that 2nd inning. Edie on the circle, Hansen's over there at first. I was able to confirm that. I just never actually mentioned it. Next pitch is into second, taking to second herself, and there for the double play. What a great play by Wesley for Wahoo. Olivia Wesley takes the grounder to second herself, throws over to first in time. And after the 4th inning, it's no hits, 1 walk, no runs, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's Wahoo Softball right here on Saunders County Online. Welcome to Wahoo, Nebraska, Hackberry Park, and we have the JV team facing off against Omaha Gross. We are now at the bottom of the 4th inning where Omaha Gross ahead 5-2.
Might be looking at your potential last opportunity here for Wahoo as we have just a little bit over 20 minutes left of action here in this JV contest. 75 minutes, so this game will end at approximately 6:15. So due up for the Warriors will be their 5, 6, 7 hitters, and that brings up Olivia Wesley, who ended that top half of the 4th inning herself at shortstop with the grounder that she stepped on second and threw over to first for an incredible double play for Olivia, the freshman. That's pretty exciting. If she's doing that at the freshman level on the defensive side, see what maybe she could do once she gets a little bit more years under her. 2-0 the count for Maggie Ernest. Still out on the circle here for Omaha Gross. The Cougars here in their white uniforms, black pants, orange numbers. Here's the next pitch, low in the dirt. And it's a great hitter's count now here for Olivia. She's 0 for 1 today with a ground out to shortstop in the bottom of the 1st inning. Would love to start off the inning with a base runner at least, down by 3 with probably your last chance of being in the batter's box, and there you have it, a walk. That is now the second walk of the day here for Wahoo. Wesley's on, and that brings up Tinley Watts, the other Warrior who's walked today. And she was left stranded at first. Well, actually, she got out on a fielder's choice. First pitch is called, strike one, and instantly stealing is Wesley, and she's there safely. So now Tinley Watts has a batter and a teammate in scoring position for your Warriors. With an 0-1 count, here's the pitch. It is popped up in play right back to Ernest for the out number 1. This is impressive, and that's been a couple of times here in this JV contest. We got 2 pop outs to shortstop. Second will pop up behind home plate to the catcher, and then a pop out that time to the pitcher. And really, every single time, the players out on the field have done a tremendous job of keeping their eye on that softball, which is tough to do when it stays in the infield like that. And now due up in the batter's box, we have a substitution. It's number 29 for Wahoo, and that is Ella Walsh. So she'll step in for Addison Kinney. So this will be her first time up with a runner in scoring position. And the first pitch goes high. And this is the first time Maggie Ernest will see her today. Ella Walsh for Wahoo, the sophomore. Getting some JV action. Here's the pitch, and it's off the end of the bat and over to short. And that'll be a 6-3 putout, and going to third safely is Olivia Wesley. And that brings back up Blake. Blake hits back up. She reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning, and she came around to score on the error that Michaela Kenning put into play. 2 outs now with a runner at third. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Kind of a half swing that time from hits. Wasn't sure if that one was going to be in the strike zone or not, and kind of said, do I swing? So it was kind of a half effort that time, as it did end up being in the strike zone, and a pretty good pitch once again for Maggie Ernest. Here's the next pitch, high and outside, and we're even in the count at 1. My gosh, it is a great day for softball, I'll tell you that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one was close to the zone. They said it was a little high, 2-1. I couldn't tell. 2-1 the count. That's the sound of a school bus backing up, in case you were wondering.
Yep.
And this one's off the end of the bat and foul. One of the, I believe it's probably the opponent for Bishop Newman today. Their school bus is trying to get out of a pretty tight parking lot right now. And it is going to be about a 10-point turn in order to do so. So that's the beeping you're going to continue to keep hearing. Here's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, high and outside, ball 3. And it's a good plate appearance right now from Blake Hitz. He's almost out of here. Maybe one more go at it. That should probably do it for him. A lot easier said than done, I'll tell you that. You'd get me in there, we'd be there for an hour. And pitch goes high and outside, and Blake Hitz is on with the second walk of the inning for Wahoo. So now runners at the corners with 2 gone for Michaela Kenning. She stands in 0 for 1 today. She reached on an error in the second inning. First pitch is low in the dirt, and a good job by Hoffman to keep it in front of her and not get to the backstop. And then stealing second rather late was Blake Hitz. So late.
Just it wasn't expected there.
Yeah.
It was so late. It was
Right.
like,
There wasn't much Omaha Gross could do. And so 2 runners in scoring position. This one's down foul territory. Down towards our box of mini cables down the right field line there. If someone makes it in that box, I might pay some money. That would be unbelievable. I don't think that one landed in the box.
trick shot right there.
That's the ultimate trick shot. No doubt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, grounded down the third base side foul. That's where she wanted to go with it. Couldn't keep it in play. We'll do the 1-2 again. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, JV action. It's Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2. And we have about 15 minutes left of this JV contest. Here's the pitch way high and an incredible catch by Hoffman behind home plate. Don't know how she was able. She snagged that in the cone of her glove, literally.
Yeah, she just barely had that.
Right in the absolute top part of her glove, she kept that one from getting to the fence.
It was only by the stitches she was able
Literally,
to keep.
yep. Which would have brought in Wesley home for Wahoo. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch inside, turned on, and down the foul line again, and nearly a one-handed grab by a spectator down the first base line here, in and out of his hand. The last time we were here, we did see a one-hand catch by a spectator standing over on that side. Not tonight, though. We'll probably have another opportunity.
Early.
Yeah, it's early. Yeah, it's just the JV. Yeah, it's early.
Yeah, we still have a lot of softball.
Absolutely. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout ends that 4th inning. A lot of promise there for Wahoo. Couldn't capitalize. We head to the top of the 5th inning here in Hackberry Park. It's Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2. You're tuned in to Warrior Softball on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Hackberry Park in Wahoo, Nebraska, as we are bringing you softball action. It is Wahoo Warriors taking on Omaha Gross, and we are going to the top of the 5th for JV softball.
Now, 13 minutes left of this JV softball affair. Varsity action coming up next. Good crowd in hand for a beautiful Monday evening. Due up for Omaha Gross, who lead your Wahoo Warriors in the JV action 5-2. Will be their 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here in the top of the 5th inning. After the first time tonight, in the last inning, they went 1, 2, 3 in order. And so it'll be Maggie Ernest coming up, and her first pitch swinging down the first base side, immediately handled by Hanson, and she steps on the bag herself for a quick out number 1.
Well, that's what you have to do in order to get one more shot at the at getting some scores in. If you're Wahoo, you have to one pitch and you're done.
Right, yeah, that's making quick work of it that time.
Nice strike right there.
I'll tell you what, Kelly, ever since Carnegie has come in, she has been pretty locked in on the circle. And next pitch goes in and bounces off the chest of the umpire as Hancock couldn't get a glove on it. Hits him right in the gut, and he looks over to the Omaha Catholic dugout and says, "I'm all right." They were making sure he was fine. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Omaha Gross leading your Warriors 5-2 JV action, and kind of a check swing swung on for strike 2. It's Anna Simpson standing in there right now for Omaha Gross. And next pitch down the first base side off the fence and foul. Anna is 1 for 2 today with an RBI double in the first inning and then a ground out to short in the second inning. Pitch low and outside. Fielded out of the dirt by Hancock. 2-2. The next pitch outside, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the other thing right now about Carnegie is that she's not wasting a lot of time in between pitches. She's kind of in a little bit of a groove, a little bit of momentum, keeping that tempo up, keeping that intensity up. She's not wasting any added motion, added breath. And here's another first pitch swung on down the first base side, not a play foul. And right now, the Cougar batters are just trying to catch up to a little bit of her speed. Since she has come into the game, she has struck out 4 Cougars. For next pitch is foul again down the first base side and behind the count 0-2. And you can just see what I was talking about there. Pretty much when Edie gets into the circle, she looks at Hancock and she's like, I'm going. There's really not much wasted energy whatsoever. See, just like that, she's ready to go. It's low in the dirt and gets away from Hancock. Nobody on the base path, though. Bryn Hoffman standing in. She's 0 for 2 today with a line out to left field and a pop out to the catcher in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's roped into right center field. It gets down. Cut off by the center fielder, Kenning. Going into second, it'll be a close play. Not a great throw to second, and sliding in is Hoffman with the double. A legged out double. I don't know if in the legal score sheet if that would go down as a double, but I'm going to give it to her. As Kenning didn't get a great throw into Wesley at second. For the tag out there. Would have been a close play. And that brings up the 7-hitter, Grace Laney. She does not, in the scorebook, have an official at-bat. She has 2 walks. So she's reached twice, but doesn't have an official, like, 0 for 1, 1 for 1. Just 2 walks. She came around to score on one of those walks in the second inning. And now she has a good hitter's count here, 2-0 with a runner in scoring position. And this one down the first base side and foul out of play. And the next pitch, 2-1. High, swung on and missed. Laney thought that one was going to drop down into the zone. It did not. And this one's out of play as well. Everyone yelling heads. Watch out. I think it was back towards the concession stand back here. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2, JV action. Got about 7 minutes left here in the JV game. Grace Laney trying to drive in another Cougar run here for Omaha Gross Catholic. This one's in the dirt. Ball 4 going to third safely. On the wild pitch is Hoffman. She's at third. And Grace Laney, boy, has she seen the ball well today in the batter's box. She has walked all 3 times. And that brings up Mia Winkleman. She's 1 for 2 today with an RBI double and a strikeout. Her first pitch is low. But today, Omaha Gross has done a great job. That is their 5th walk today in just as many innings, and that one hit her. So now, just like that, the bases are loaded. After getting 2 quick outs on 4 pitches, you had a 1-pitch ground out to third and then a 3-pitch strikeout. And ever since then, you give up a double, a walk, and hit a batter. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Carly Chase. She's 0 for 1, and her first pitch is right to second and caught. Kind of a tough catch from Kenny, but she makes it happen in the infield. And the threat is no more. So 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, 3 left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2. We'll be right back on Saunders County Online.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, you get your choice of an original cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska, Hackberry Park. It is Wahoo Warriors softball facing Omaha Gross as we are at the bottom of the 5th inning. JV action as we lead up to varsity in just a little bit right here on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
So we just got confirmation that they will finish this bottom half of the inning. At this 75 minutes JV, they want to finish at least this bottom half of the inning, and due up for the Warriors are the 1-2-3 hitters trying to walk it off here in front of their home crowd. They need 4 runs to do so, 3 to tie. Now, what happens if they're able to tie it up? Game ends in a tie. So it could end in a tie here. So this will be it no matter what. And this pitch goes high and outside. Ball 1, and it's still Maggie Ernest out on the circle for Omaha Gross Catholic. She has been pretty great today. She has only given up 1 Warrior hit. And that was a triple in the first inning. Ever since then, it's been a couple walks, some defensive errors, which have led to a run, but only 1 hit given up here in the JV contest. 2 balls, no strikes. This one's outside, and it's a great hitter's count here for the leadoff hitter, Briar Hancock. Do you give Briar the green light? She's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to Maggie Ernest, the pitcher, back in that second inning. 3-0, did not have the green light. She was taken all the way as that one was right down the chute. Now we'll see what this call is with a 3-1 count. Inside pitch, she turned on it. It stays in fair territory and caught by Goodwin, the shortstop, for out number 1. Goodwin called off the third baseman Laney and came over to make the catch herself for out number 1. And that brings up, it was Sutton last time up to the plate for Wahoo, who replaced Leah Simon. And now we'll see who's in the batter's box. And now it's Leah Simon again, grounded down the third base line, and it goes foul just before she was able to throw it to first. Would have been a close bang-bang play at first. Simon wasn't sure, and it went just barely foul before it was picked up by Laney, the third baseman. So Simon will do it again. She's 0 for 1 today. She reached on an error in the first inning and came around to score on the RBI triple from Karin Edie. So here's the next pitch, swung on and missed. So now the count 0-2. Simon awaits the pitch. Inside, and hit her.
Yeah, hit the ground, then hit her. That was wild.
So she's on for the second time today. And that is the first Warrior that's been hit by a pitch. And that brings up Avery Hansen back to the plate. She's 0 for 2 today. She grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning and struck out in the third inning. First pitch going to second. It'll be close. Close play at second, but a successful stolen base for Leah Simon on the pitch that was called a strike into Avery Hansen. She was taking the whole time to let her teammates steal and get into scoring position. Who does so successfully. 0-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. High, called strike 2. Final chance for the Warriors here in the JV action. It's Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 2. The pitch inside. He gets under the glove of Hoffman. Going to third standing is Simon. It's the second time she has been at third in as many times. And a good opportunity here for Avery Hansen. With 1 ball, 2 strikes. She struck out her last time up. Would like to drive in a run here if possible. Hansen, it does! Into center field. It gets out of the glove of Simpson. Rounding first, going 2. She might get to third. Sliding in safely as it got away from the glove of Laney. And it's an RBI double turned into 3 from Avery Hansen. I just spoke that into the universe. How about that? Really, it was a single that then skipped at the last second away from the center fielder's glove. Simpson out there in center field for Omaha Gross. Skipped out of her glove, got away from her, basically all the way to the fence, and so Avery Hansen was able to slide into third. So still 1 out, and now it brings up Karin Edie, who's 1 for 2 today, with a triple and a ground out to short. Would like to drive in another run and try and make it a 1-score game here. 5-3 is our score now here in this bottom of the 5th. Last chance here for the Warriors. Pitch is up in the air, down the first base side. It drops in fair territory, and coming in to score is Hansen. That was in the most perfect spot on the field to where the right fielder Chase, the second baseman Goodwin, and the first baseman Krieber all chased on it, and it dropped right in front of all 3 of them. So Hansen comes in to score. Edie stands at first, now runs to second. Nobody there covering the bag. It gets away, and now she goes to third. The Warriors battling. They now have a runner at third, just trailing by 1 run. With Olivia Wesley at the plate, she's 0 for 1 today. She also walked in the 4th inning and was left stranded at third. And now the infield for the Cougars is having a meeting at the circle, discussing how they want to attack this. Leading by 1 with now a runner at third. 0-1 the strike, the count, with 1 out and a runner at third. That runner at third is Edie. Here's the pitch. Low and a good glove that time from Hoffman, as Edie for sure would have scored there. Ernest the pitch. High. Tough pitch to lay off that time, but Olivia saw it the whole way. Now a good hitter's count. Here's the next pitch. High again. Olivia's really seeing the ball well, and I'll tell you what, you don't want her to get on the base path. She's one of the fastest players on the team. You'll see her get in the varsity action as a courtesy runner a lot of the time with her speed. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. High, but dropped down. What a pitch from Maggie Ernest. Had to have that one. She did. And now the count's full. And a pressure spot here for Olivia. And here is that pitch. Inside, ball 4, and she's on. Second walk today for Wesley. Runners at the corners. 1 out. It's Omaha Gross 5, Wahoo 4. And that brings up Tinley Watts. She's 0 for 1 today with a pop out to the pitcher. She showed bunt, then pulled it back and watched a strike right down the middle. As getting to second is Wesley. So a chance to walk it off here for Tinley Watts as now both runners are in scoring position. The lead run at second base. Watts at the plate with an 0-1 count. She showed bunt. Now she shows it again and drops it perfectly to short. And going home safely is Wahoo. It actually got away. I don't know if there was an out there at first base. I think it got out of the glove of the first baseman. So Ernest threw it over to Krieber at first base. It got out of her glove. And so Watts is actually safe. She advances to second. Edie came in to score. Wesley moves up to third. It's now a bunt laid down and foul. And at the plate right now for Wahoo is, looking at the number, it's number 4 again. Addison Kenny's back in there. Ella Walsh came in and batted the last time. So Kenny is back in there. She is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The winning run standing at third base for Wahoo to try and walk it off here in the JV action after they were trailing 5-1. They now have it tied. Showing bunt again and pulling it back at the last second as the ball dropped low for ball 2. Sun behind the clouds a little bit here now in Hackberry Park. Can Addison Kenning be the hero for the Warriors here in the JV action? Here's the pitch from Maggie Ernest. Showing bunt, it goes high. And how will the Cougars attack this defensively? Laying a bunt down, it becomes kind of confusing as to where you want to go with it. Trying to hold that winning run at third base is probably the priority. 3-1 now the count. And it is dropped down foul. So now the bunt is out of the equation here for Kenny. Want to avoid the strikeout. This can't end in a tie. It can't end in a tie. Can Kenny make sure that doesn't happen right here? With the count full and 1 gone in front of a packed house at Hackberry Park. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So now the pressure moves on to Blake Hitz. She is 0 for 1 today. She reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning, in which she came around to score, and then she walked in the 4th inning. 2 outs now. Runners at third and second in a tie ball game. Strike 1, catching the inside part of the zone off a great pitch from Maggie Ernest. Maybe that gave some confidence to Ernest after a couple defensive miscues. Next pitch a little bit high. Wahoo only had 1 hit before this inning, but now they have 2 in just this inning alone. And 1 here could win it. Here's the 1-1 pitch, way outside, and a great catch by Hoffman to save the game.
Yeah, if that would have just gotten a little out of the glove, that would have been it.
Yep. Sun behind the clouds. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Ernest. High again, ball 3. Last time she had this count, she was able to struck out Kinning. So same exact situation here. Except now we're working with 2 outs. Blake hits with a 3-1 count and 2 outs. Winning run at third. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the 9-hole hitter, Michaela Kinning. She is 0 for 2 today. She reached on an error back in the 2nd inning, and then she struck out in the 4th inning. Bases loaded in a tie ball game here for Michaela Kinning, the freshman. Talk about that kind of intensity. First pitch back off the fence, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch with the bases loaded, and oh, it just missed. Just missed. Looked like it may have caught that top right corner of the zone. It didn't. So the count's even at 1 now. And we'll see what the sophomore Maggie Ernest does here. And it is out into center field and caught. So after all of that, the JV game ends in a tie. Well, that's pretty crazy. You're tuned into Saunders County. How do we attack this now, Kelly?
Yeah, well, we're going to take a little break.
All right.
Get set up for the varsity game. But, yeah, thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. So come back in just a few minutes because they have to get the field prepped and ready to go.